let's go. And the way we say hi in Harambe is Jambo. So Jambo, everyone.
Jambo.
So we got one person awake up here. Jambo, everybody.
Jambo.
There we go. That's better. Welcome aboard. How many been on safari before? Oh, lots of you. Welcome back. Yeah, for those of you that are going to take pictures, make sure you hold on to your cameras tight. I'm not allowed to retrieve anything that falls off the truck. Also, you might want to take the time right now and set those cameras on fast shutter speed. Can everybody hear me in that back row? Okay. The Harambe Wildlife Reserve was established in 1971 to protect our animals here. Over time, the animals become very used to these trucks, so get ready, everybody. You're going to get some fabulous pictures. Speaking of which, look over to the right, everybody. That is an okapi. Now, the okapi is such a dense forest dweller, it was not discovered by the Western world until 1901. Now, they're not related to the zebras, you would think. They have one distant relative, and that is the giraffe. Makes me wonder how many animals could still be out in the wild that man has not discovered yet. I think that's exciting. Now, as we come around this watering hole, this has been the place that we've seen the black rhino. Unfortunately, there's less than 5,000 left in the entire world. Hundreds of thousands of them are slaughtered for those horns that are worth so much money on the black market. So, oh, you're going to see one, everybody. I'm going to pull up here. Over there to the right, looks like American Urabentisaki. That's a greater kudu. Now there's a black rhino, there's two. There's one over there sleeping, but this is going to be your better picture. They have a very thick hide. They can charge at 35 miles per hour. They have no known predators except for man. Less than 5,000 left though. It's a shame. The black rhino as well as the white rhino is in deep trouble. You'll notice there above your head there's a wildlife chart. All those animals are out here. It's simply a matter of finding them. You have to remember that camouflage is the only protection any of the forest animals have compared to agility and speed when we get into savanna. Here's some of my favorites. I'm always going to tell you my favorites. These are my favorites over here to the left. These are called bongos. They're known as the ghost of the forest. And it's because of the way they can disappear so quickly. And see how those horns slant back on their head? That enables them to run through all this brushy area and not get tangled up. I mean, is nature awesome in a way? Beautiful animals. There was a little tiny baby. I didn't see it. It must be all the way back there. Oh, there it is. Speaking of which, two of them. Oh, aren't they cute? Little baby bongos. That's good. Cool. Well, right now we're on our way to the Sapi River, where I hope to show you the Nile hippo. Now, just to give you a heads up, the Nile hippo can be a very aggressive animal. If that's not enough, the males can tip the scales at a whopping 5,000 pounds. Look over here, straight ahead to the right, everybody. I see one with his head out in the water. More people are hurt by Nile hippo than any other wild animal in Africa. They'll leave the safety of the river at night, come out and eat about 150 pounds of grass. If you ever find yourself on land with one, beware. They will outrun you any day of the week. More than one hippo is called a float. So there's a float of hippos over here to the left, everybody. That's the perfect word. The white birds there in the center island are pink-backed pelicans. They get their name from the color they turn during mating season. Here's a hippo coming up. He's going to show us that cute face. They have to show us those faces about every 5 to 8 minutes. That's all they can hold their breath for. I haven't got a truck behind me, so I'll just set and see. You can put that head up here. Well, let me see if I can find one for all of you guys back there that's out of the water. I want you to see what's fine. There's 5,000 pounds worth of animal over there to the left. That's a float of hippos again, everybody. Wow. These are my least favorite reptiles. Make sure you stay seated back there. Least favorite reptiles to the left, everybody. These are cold-blooded reptiles. These are Nile crocodiles. A lot larger than an American alligator. They can eat a zebra or wildebeest within moments. They literally crush the bones of their prey. But then on the flip side of that, they have a gentle enough mouth to hold those eggs in their mouth to help facilitate cracking. Is that cool or what? Two extremes. baobab tree. These trees survive long periods of drought by storing water in that huge trunk and by going leafless about 9 months out of the year. Now there's an African folklore that when the creator was creating, he had a bag of trees. He pulled this one out and didn't think he needed it. So he threw it over his shoulder and it landed upside down. So we also call it the upside down tree. Now this is one of my favorite views up here on this hill. We have just entered the Serengeti grassland system, and it runs for hundreds of miles throughout Africa. Zebra and wildebeest use this area as a super highway to migrate through, while your more famous animals like your lions and your elephants, they've made this their home and live here all year long. This is a part of wild Africa we're trying to protect. Well, you can't really miss what's ahead of us right now. Those are beautiful Ankole cattle, also known as Watusi cattle, named after the tribe that domesticated them. They're quite a status symbol here in Africa. You can see why. They are stunning animals. Those horns aren't as heavy as you might think, but they're hollow with blood vessels that rush throughout and back into that animal's circulatory system and helps keep them cool, very much like the radiator does a car. The looks of the savannah is created by the animals that live here. The giraffe shape these trees about 20 hours out of the day. In fact, a giraffe only sleeps a half hour out of each day. Now, we're going to be getting closer to the giraffes here in just a little bit. Here's some of my favorites coming up here on the, oh, there they are, African painted dogs. They're walking away from us right now. They speed up here. They're not a hyena. They're not even related to the hyena. But they are the best hunters in all of Africa. Who would ever think that? Even surpassing the big cats. And it's because of their ability to work in teams and their tenacious behavior towards their prey. They never give up. Okay, everybody, we got a baby giraffe that we are introducing today. So I'm not allowed to stop, but I'm going to go as slow as I can for you guys so you can take some pictures. Giraffe is the tallest animal in the world. They reach a height of 18 and 20 feet at maturity. There's the baby over to the left, everybody. When that baby was born, it was about 6 foot tall. They're a big-hearted animal. Those hearts can weigh over 20 pounds and be over 2 foot in length. It takes a very strong heart to send blood up that long neck. For that reason, they're also known to have the highest blood pressure of all animals. We do have one thing in common with giraffes. We have the same amount of vertebrae in our neck, and that is 7. We have some other little babies that I think might be over here to the left, or they might be hiding from us. They're called Patterson elands. They're playing. It's far for us to see right now. Now, as we come around these rocks on the left, there's a troop of mangrove monkeys that have taken this area over. The mandrill monkey is Africa's largest monkey, and it is the world's most colorful. It's the dominant male that carries most of the color. He weighs about 100 pounds, and he is just as pretty going as coming, or vice versa. Oh, there's some little ones up there. Those are not by any means the adult mandrill. Oh, here he is. Look at that beautiful face over there to the left.
Wow.
Isn't he cool? He is beautiful. That brilliant color lets the males know that he is the boss, and the females know that he's around, so you wouldn't want to mess with him, I don't think. Now, elephants have quite a social structure that they live under. The females, babies, and matriarch will stay together a lifetime. The young bulls, that's what we're looking at right now, goes off and becomes a loner most of its life. The scientists at Harambe are studying elephant vocal communications. Elephants have a low subsonic sound that the human ear cannot detect, but elephants are able to hear for miles around. And we're trying to understand how they communicate so we can better communicate with them and then know what they need for survival, which is one of the many goals we have here on the reserve. One thing that we have discovered is that elephants will run from bees. So we're helping farmers with land put up beehive fences, and it has been a win-win situation. Those crops are safe, and they're able to sell that harvested honey. So that's a very easy solution to a very difficult problem. Guys, hold on! Oh. Nasty bridge. Sorry about that, guys. Whew. Anyway, so we are in the red clay pit right now. This is the heart of elephant country. The elephants stay in this area most of the day because they eat this clay. It gives them some of the minerals their diet's lacking in. And you can certainly tell they've been here this morning. African elephant is not only the largest land mammal in the world, they have the longest childhood except for humans. Babies will stay with their mom close to 15 years. Mother will teach them what to eat, where to find water, and how to socialize. I want to show you our newest addition, little baby Stella. She might be up here. She can be hard to see. Females kind of protect her, but I think she might be up here. She weighs about 200 pounds now, and she is very cute, very independent. There she is. Unfortunately, the biggest threat to the African elephant are humans. These animals are suffering from habitat loss and from the obvious. They're being poached for those ivory tusks, which both male and female have. There she is.
There she is.
Isn't she cute? She's learning to use that trunk, everybody. That trunk has over 100,000 muscles in it. And the very first time she put a stick in her trunk to play with it, she couldn't figure out why she kept hitting herself in the head with it. Isn't she cute? I could park my truck right here. But I can't. Now these are the greater flamingo. They're the lightest shade of pink of all the flamingo species. They get their color from the food they eat. It's from shrimp, right, and other crustaceans, things that are high in beta carotene. It takes them about 2 years to turn this coral color. This is a great picture, everybody. The baobab tree, our truck, the flamingos. Maybe if I pull up, you can get baby Stella in there too. I don't think so. Yeah, you can. Snap away. That's going to be a great picture. All the females have embraced this little baby. They just love her. She's learning the ropes, that's for sure. You know, elephants have a ritual of dust bathing throughout the day. They'll throw dirt up over their back to help protect themselves from the sun's rays. That's why the elephants always look so dirty, especially here in Africa. And they were all the mothers were doing it, and she was trying to do it. She was trying to mimic what they were doing. She wasn't actually picking any dust up though. But she's starting to figure it out. Hey, our trucks got stopped. This is a perfect place to be stopped right now. Our trucks get stopped frequently because we have an animal in the path, and as you would expect, they definitely have the right of way. You'll be seeing some of them are endangered, others unfortunately are almost gone in the wild. They're only found in protected areas around the world at this time. Harambe is fortunate enough to have some. I hope to show you some here in a little bit. You just have to find them first. I see a cheetah walking around up here. It's going to be on the left side of the truck. The cheetah is the fastest land mammal in the world. Now they hunt by sight, not by scent. They're day hunters. They've clocked these sprinters going 60 miles an hour. Those black tear marks on their face, he's up there in those, where those leaves are. Those black tear marks on their face is just like a football player. It helps reflect the sun's rays. And that heavy-duty tail is just like a rudder. Helps them balance as they swerve and sway towards their prey. Here's one laying down over here to the left. You know, we have found out that here in Africa, the big cats will take the path of least resistance when it comes to livestock farmers. So farmers were actually starting to shoot the big cats because they just had to. But we've got a great solution now. We are raising large large dogs with their livestock. And now those dogs are able to scare away the big cats without harming them. So there's another easy solution, just like the beehive fences, to a lot of the situations that we find here in Africa. People don't realize just how challenging it is living amongst all this wildlife, especially if you're a farmer. Now this rocky area here in front of us is what we call the Kofis. It's small granite hills, but it's favorite hangouts for all kinds of wildlife, especially your big cats like your lions and your cheetahs. They love to sun themselves up here on these rocks. There's a lioness up there on that rock right now, everybody. To the left. The lion is the largest carnivore we have here in Africa. The only one of the big cats that hunts in is called prides. Female does most of the hunting.
On the top with you.
Kind of hard to see, isn't it?
Couldn't see it. Yeah. You have a really good eye for it. You have a really good eye for it.
Zebra straight ahead's going to be on the right side. Zebra are actually black with white stripes. The way you tell that is because they have a black muzzle. Very confident animals. Reason being, they can deliver a crushing blow to a predator's jaw and absolutely shatter it. Most animals will not mess with a zebra. They are lethal. They have a lethal kick. There's the king up there, everybody, waiting to have his picture taken. White rhino, everybody, a lot larger than the black rhino. Wow. They're thinking about 5,000 pounds. Unfortunately, they think the white rhino will be extinct in the next few years. People feel those horns have medicinal purposes, which they don't. Nevertheless, when you add the sophistication and financial backing of a modern-day poacher, they're not safe anywhere in the world right now. There's Simba. When he roars, you can hear it a distance of 5 miles. Wow, look at that face. There's another, oh look at, there's 2 more lionesses up there on that rock. That'd be a good picture to get all that in the same frame.
Kitty.
Well, the largest burrowing animal we have in Africa is Pumbaa the warthog. Here's an ostrich. Keep your hands in the trunk, everybody. Largest bird in the world, although they're flightless. Hello. Hello, how are you? Good morning. They reach speeds of 40 miles an hour. They say don't let the warthog's face fool you. Those tusks are as sharp as razor blades. They reach speeds of 35 miles an hour. They gotta be fast, everybody, because the big cats love them. Ostrich eggs straight ahead. Now, to give you an idea of how big those ostrich eggs are, you can take 24 medium eggs and put in 1 ostrich egg. There's a good picture of a zebra. They are not. Oh, the little brown animals are bontebongs. I love saying that, bontebongs. They are only found in protected areas around the world. They were hunted to near extinction in the wild for bush meat and for that beautiful maroon coat. Now they're ostrich on both sides. Reach speeds of 40 miles an hour. Well, living amongst wildlife is certainly not without its challenges, like we've already talked about. But we have opened up a new area to help some of the animals that suffer from habitat loss. You know, habitat loss is not always a bad thing, especially when it comes to farmers needing more land. We try to convince the locals to stay away from poaching and using wildlife for food. That's something that they've done for centuries. Here's some of my favorites. These animals are very exotic. These are called scimitar horned orcs. They get their name from the Middle Eastern scimitar sword. That's what those horns resemble. They are critically endangered, everybody. Hopefully we'll get those numbers up and help reintroduce them back into the wild. They hardly ever need water in their lifetime to drink. They get it all from the vegetation they eat. Everybody, these gates mean that our safari is coming to a close, unfortunately. But you can continue a safari experience by going to Gorilla Falls. That's where you see the naked mole rats, meerkats, silverback gorillas, hippos underwater, just to name a few. It's a walk-through safari. It takes about 20 minutes. Don't forget to see Lion King and Lion King. Those are 2 Broadway caliber shows here at Animal Kingdom. Of wildlife is one of the many rich things, along with people like you that have taken the time out in the morning to come see these animals. So I'd like to say a sun to each and every one of you back there. That is Swahili for thank you. Also, Asante San for choosing Kilimanjaro Safari. We are the largest, most trusted safari in all of East Africa, so please come back. No 2 safaris are ever the same. The animals, as well as us drivers, will make sure of that. Now, this is a good time to check your seats. Make sure your phone is not bounced out on this beautiful piece of machinery. We never like to say goodbye. It's way too final of a word for us. So we have another word that we use, and that is kwaherini. It means go well. So kwaherini, everybody.
Kwaherini.
And have a great day in Africa. Hi, one.